Welcome to Astrodology, the podcast that brings you knowledge, wisdom, and principles that can help you find the peace and comfort we all seek and deserve in our lives. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Astrodology with Astrid. This is one of the inspired evening episodes to help you relax and learn. When the sun goes down and it's evening time, bedtime, we are in the full effect of the melatonin circadian rhythm. We want our melatonin to be high at this time because it's what helps us to rest and digest properly. I'm so grateful to my friend Gina for inspiring me to create this series. And I apologize for leaving things hanging and not recording very many episodes at all. I think this may be number 2 or 3. So here we are tonight, and the title of this one is The Frequency That Shifts Everything. Those that know me and know my work probably already can suspect what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to start with an acronym. It's called LFA. LFA. What does that mean? It's an acronym for love, forgive, acceptance. Because the frequency is love. But it's not the typical kind of love we think of when we hear the word love. My inspiration comes from a book called The Love Book by John Randolph Price. This book was published by Hay House maybe 30 years ago, and I believe it may be out of print. I was able to get a hold of a copy, and it's just an unbelievable book. So what I'm going to share tonight is something that I have been personally working on and trying to facilitate in my life. The idea is we have to love, forgive, and accept ourselves. We have to fully be able to do that. The idea is in order to receive love, we must give love. And again, when we think of giving love, typically the first place we think of is outside of ourselves. But the love I'm talking about is a love so great and so rich that we can carry light. We can carry light, God's light, universal light without restriction. So I'm going to talk to you about some excerpts. I'll share some excerpts and a meditation from this book, from John Randolph Price, The Love Book. In light of everything that's going on in the world, especially here in the United States, love really is the answer. I know in a prior episode I talked about the power of love, but I just want this to be a reminder as you sleep. You know, Gandhi said, "Be the change we wish to see in the world." And I really believe that a lot of the issues and concerns happening are due to hatred. See, people don't realize their hatred and their anger is self-directed because they hate themselves. It sounds trite, but it's true. As you point one finger out, what does that theory say? That 3 fingers point back. Love really is the answer. As I've said before, if it was a balm, if it was a pill, if it was a cream, it would be one of the most expensive things that we could put our hands on. Think of what other substance or quality or energy that makes you sad, makes you weak, makes you happy, makes you upset, makes you feel lonely, makes you want to die, makes you want to cry, makes you ecstatic, happy, exuberant, joyful, all the things. There's no energy on the planet like love that has the power to navigate our system so brilliantly. So I'll start by reading from chapter 1, The Force of Universal Love. That which we call an individual is in reality an energy field composed of storage cells called atoms. With every incarnation, new atoms replace the old as karmic patterns are transmuted. However, one of the permanent atoms within each individual's energy field is the atom representing the centralized force of universal love. Einstein's theory of relativity tells us that an extremely large amount of mass can be changed into a large amount of energy. The mass referred to is matter, not unreal or an illusion in mortal mind, but the smallest particle of reality found on the physical plane, the atom. The word matter can also be traced back to its root word of substance, which is the essential quality of the magnetic field of the universe. My point is that each one of us is an energy field of atomic substance, and the power of the universe is concentrated right where we are in the physical material world. Within each individual atomic field is the permanent atom of universal love, the one that will trigger self-sustaining chain reaction to produce a total transformation of the individual and ultimately the entire collective consciousness. At the nucleus or central core of this atom is the greatest concentration of energy in the world, and this energy is released through the fission opening of the nuclei. I'll pause here for a moment because this reminds me of a statement that is a theme throughout this book. In order to get love, or in order to receive love, we must give love. And as the title said, the frequency that shifts everything. So knowing that there's this permanent, not just temporary atom inside of us is quite amazing. The mechanism of fission within each individual is an act of consciousness. It is being consciously aware and recognizing that you have this permanent atom of universal love right within you now, followed by the understanding that it can be open to release its awesome force simply by loving more intensely, powerfully, and universally. Simple but not easy. The ancients said that universal love is difficult to apply to human conditions because of the selfishness of human nature. But we must begin somewhere if the sacred atom is going to be split, and we start with love as we understand it at the present level of consciousness. You begin where you are by pouring love into your immediate environment. With purpose of mind, you remove unloving thoughts from your consciousness and practice harmlessness in thoughts and words. You keep loving in your small circle until you can expand your love nature and truthfully say that you love everyone without exception, and that includes everyone who has ever hurt you, anyone who has ever caused you mental suffering or emotional distress, anyone who has ever pushed your button and caused a flare of resentment. You must reach the point where you can radiate unconditional love to terrorists, murderers, rapists, child abusers, religious fanatics, political extremists, and any other so-called evil individual or group. You must be detached and loving toward all. At the same time, you continue to ponder, contemplate, and meditate on the sacred atom of love within, seeing it magnified in your mind as a beautiful pearl or a blazing jewel of light, and you love it with all of your being. You feel its presence in your heart with controlled visualization. You see it slowly opening and see and feel its mighty radiation from its central core. Let that love light shine through you and go before you to touch all souls, to open minds and soften hearts, to lift consciousness and to heal, harmonize, prosper, protect, adjust, guide, strengthen, and forgive. Practice love and loving daily as an initiate preparing for the role of a master of love. Then one day you will notice a decided shift in consciousness. Your love for all beings will have moved above human emotions, beyond conditional love, to an impersonal feeling of will for good for all universal life forms, and in a split second, the all-consuming fire will engulf you. Fission will have taken place and you become radioactive, literally. The chain reaction sets in. Every atom of your being is transformed and you become a radiating center of universal love. As those cosmic rays flow out to touch the activities in your personal life, every aspect is healed and harmonized, and you know that nothing can ever touch you again but love. And the power grows and the radiation moves to the lower kingdoms, all people, all nations, joining with other streams of radiance until the energy of universal love permeates and saturates planet Earth, and the world is returned to sanity. Beautifully stated, and literally just what we need in this day and age. We're in such a tough time in society, and as they say that things never really truly change, that they show up in different ways, different energies. We've had some new things to deal with that have never come before, like the pandemic and like the Twin Towers going down. These have been epic things that have been really, really transformative in the lives of everyone, all of us who've had to experience. So love is important. I've said this before. We know how important the energy of love is. One of my favorites is the surgeon, Dr. Dean Ornish. His work as a heart surgeon and one of the most sought out heart surgeons in the country is that love is an energy that heals. But what I propose is that you start doing it for yourself. See, it's hard for us to expect, request, demand, or assume and make an assumption about receiving love for someone else that we're not even giving to ourselves. We're conundrums as human beings that way. Not only love, think about the things that you expect from a lover or a partner. Think about all of your relationships and how unfair you have been in your relationships because you actually expected your partner to provide more than you were actually providing for yourself. I honestly believe in the oxygen mask theory, that you put yours on first if you genuinely want to help others. The problem is we're so busy out there in the world minding everyone else's business instead of our own. Turning love towards yourself and focusing yourself is far from being selfish. Everyone benefits from a calm, relaxed, loving being in their presence. We want to be able to carry the light of spirit without interruption. And that light, just being a presence, can help shift others. I've seen it happen. It's happened to me. I know you felt it. You've been in the presence of someone, and we drill it down sometimes to small sentences like, gosh, I love your energy. Wow, that person just felt so good. I feel good around their presence. Something just seemed magical about them. And that's what we want to get to. So let's spend the second half of this quarter the next part of this quarter, October, November, December, focusing on developing and cultivating that love within ourselves. So I'm going to do a meditation. We'll go through a meditation, and this should take you into the evening. I would listen to this meditation as many times as you need to, because it's very, very important that we override our brain. See, the reason we can't love as much as we really would like to is that we have so much trauma, we have grief, we have pain that continues to get in the way when we want to be more loving, and we try to be more loving. But I assure you, if you focus truly on yourself and being that change, and reminding yourself every time you have an expectation of someone else, the first thing to ask yourself, am I being, doing, or giving that to myself first? Now find a place where you can relax. Maybe ideally you are reclining in bed, or you're sitting up where you can be easeful and soft. Maybe you're sitting in an armchair where you can relax. This is a meditation from the Love Book. Here we go. Relax and let go. Be still in mind and emotions, and bring the focus of your attention to your heart center, where the permanent atom of universal love is located. Say to yourself, I am love. I am loved. I am loving. I feel the love vibration in my heart. I feel it expanding throughout my body. All there is love, love, love. In your mind's eye, see the atom of universal love in your heart center. Imagine it as a shiny crystal of love, a glistening jewel of love. Contemplate it. Focus on the love diamond with clarity of vision, and know that all the love in the universe is concentrated right there within you. Now, in your imagination, see it slowly open to release its light. See the radiant rays begin to flow, moving and feeling and filling your entire energy field, your mind, your feelings, your body. See yourself as a radiating center of divine love. See the love essence radiating and filling the room where you are, continuing to flow in streams of golden light, moving out across the land to encircle this planet. See the radiance of your permanent atom of universal love flowing like a mighty stream, and see this world fill with the light of love. Now say to yourself, I am universal love in radiant expression, and I now love as I have never loved before in my life. I silently, powerfully, and intensely radiate my love, and I send it everywhere without exception. I see it flowing into my family and my loved ones. I see the cosmic rays of love going before me to envelop and permeate everyone in my consciousness. Those who have rejected me, who have hurt me, who have not recognized my true worth, I send my love to you with no conditions attached. I love you for who and what you are. I love everyone without exception. I love everything without exception. I am the mighty power of God's love in radiant expression, and I let my love go before me to heal and harmonize every condition in my life. Spirit of the living God within, I am your love. I am your love and expression, And I will keep this love vibration in my heart and thoughts of love in my mind, moment by moment, hour by hour, day by day. For I know that as I begin to love more and more, every limitation in my life will vanish and my personal world will become whole and joyous. And the light is growing and spreading. My light of love is joining with others who have opened the crystal of love, and together we are saturating this world with love. The healing has begun. It is happening now, and I am doing my part to dissolve the limitations of humankind and restore this world to sanity. I love as I have never loved before. I can love because I know who and what I am. I am love, and I will never hold back my love. I will let it forever flow unconsciously, unconditionally, universally, divinely, powerfully, intensely. I am love, and I rest now in the silence, thinking only of the love I am, and the love I give, and the love I receive, and all there is love. It is done. It is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you, divine loving presence within me. Good night, everybody. Namaste. Thank you for listening to Astrodology. If you enjoyed this episode and would like to help support the podcast, please hit the subscribe button and tell your friends about it by sharing this program on social media. You can also follow me on Instagram at Coda Life Goddess or at CodaLife.com. Coda is C-O-T-A, Coda Life Goddess or CodaLife.com. Thank you again for listening to Astrodology, and I'll see you next time.